Hello.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Pakruti will... Until next time.
The working of steel is a walker's gift. We put well,
I hate clutter.
Wood elf.
You know, in Aldrin, the Redlands live in a massive crab. It's not real.
Tall, though.
You're a bold one to approach so fearlessly. Give me a good reason to speak with you. I'll make it seem like you're here at my request. Otherwise, my subjects will think you cut the line and start sizing you up for dinner. How thoughtful. I could hardly turn down such a generous gift, especially with the trouble brewing in Eldenroot. How are you at building embassies? You see, Queen Irene promised one would be built for the Khajiit as a gesture of goodwill. But now a year has passed and there's still no Khajiit embassy. This has led to no end. Good question. You wish to serve the Comoran throne? You can start by asking Prince Naaman why his people aren't fulfilling their promises. He's the one who seems to have the entire Elden Tree lodged up his flue. I can say that. I'm the king. The line never ends.
Yes? Quickly now. Don't leave your mouth to hang agape. That again? My sister, Queen Irene, foolishly committed to build the Khajiit an embassy months ago. Everything was to be handled through No, you don't get to question me. Not after you slew High Kinlady Estri. Do you think I'm one to have a chat with the person who killed my wife? That will break out the Sylphmead and share a good laugh? I suppose that's my burden. Very well, I won't give you the satisfaction of doubting my loyalty. Ask a stonemason. I have to prepare for the ratification ceremony before Queen Irene's arrival. I can't be troubled with such minor issues. If you care to pursue the matter, speak. An archaic wood elf ritual. If she dances to their tune, Queen Irene will be recognized by the heavens as a worthy candidate for Emperor of Tamriel. Rubbish. To promote harmony, she'd tell you. The same reason she picked this bizarre tree city as the Dominion's capital. She wants every member of the Dominion. Oh, we need to be unified against our enemies, and having a high elf in charge is paramount to our success. But do we really?
You're not one for waiting in lines, are you?
Wood elf.
Please, listen to me. Doom has come to Craglorn. The stars have vanished from the sky. Will no one listen? Will no one... I'm an initiate in the Order of Stargazers. We study the stars and their influence on Tamriel. Not long ago, one of our order, Hara, is leading our efforts to stop these attacks. But we are not warriors. This cart will take you to Belkarth in Craglorn, where you can...
Orcs, I don't guess you've run into a big lumbering brute of an orc in your travels. Named Storg. Was a friend of mine. Maybe you've heard of the Rite of Theft, a wood elf tradition. If you pull off a particularly clever theft, you can demand payment from the owner for their things. Well, I stole this tree thane's bow, and then Storg stole the bow from me. The tree thane wants his bow back, and if I can't give it to him, he's gonna have me hauled in and whipped. Last I heard, Storg was headed toward Vine Death Cave. The tree thane won't let me leave town. Could you look for Storg?
Nothing about you says risk or challenge, and especially not punch a troll in the face while wearing a crown made from your own tribe. An Argonian tribe in Atanah's ruins raided their neighbors, took some old relics, killed a few people, and that's not all. Seems there's some sort of creature locked up in the depths of the ruins. They may worship the thing.
I suppose a wanderer like you wouldn't know what busy looks like. I will demonstrate. Feel free... forgive my manners. There's so much to do in preparing for Queen Irenne's ratification ceremony. Tempers fray, as I'm sure. Why would Prince Naaman care about that? If they are too lazy to build their own embassy, Well, of course, I ordered it done. I hired some wood elves to excavate the stone and set aside supplies for Khajiit. Check our storeroom. The Khajiit didn't even bother to pick up the supplies. In the meantime, I'm off to locate Prince Naaman. If he did...
That's far enough. The storeroom is... She did? That's different then. Show me her orders, then I can't let you inside. Her instructions were very specific. No one gets... The Khajiits could riot. That would be bad. Very bad. Or a fire, of course. But the chances of that happening are slim. I'm here on the ambassador's orders. I can't leave my post unless there's an emergency. About that much.
Where is the guard? I'd expected you would solve problems at the embassy, not cause them. Do you realize what... Why would she do that? Oh, never mind. Typical bureaucratic corruption. I expected better of the ambassador. No matter. Supplies can be... What do you mean? Collect stone. That should have happened months ago. They should be ready to build it. I'll talk to the ambassador. I'm surprised we didn't pass each other on the road. Get to those ruins and find that work crew. I want to know why they haven't... Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
You there. We need to talk.
Saw you standing over the body of a dead wood elf. Nearly put an arrow in your throat. Azerith, Bindusk Ranger. We work directly for King Camoran Eredon. Saw you earlier in the throne room. The king had his... I know enough. Khajiit owed an embassy. They're angry the High Elves are dragging their feet to build it. Seemed like politics until a dozen... Before the Dominion, King Camoran Eredon nearly lost a civil war. I came to see if the missing stonemasons were targeted by the Black Sap Rebellion. But the king suspects Ambassador Tarinway has been up to no good. Little things, some of her associations. But he can't accuse his allies of undermining the whole alliance. Ambassador Tarinwe used criminals to smuggle supplies. Never directly, but enough for us to notice. I'm not saying she had these stonemasons killed, but I'd like to ask her myself. Problem is, there's nothing we can do while she's in the Altmer embassy. If she left the embassy, she knows someone's onto her. She'll go to ground, try to flee, have someone smuggle her out of Grahtwood. We should probably stop her. Meet me by the middens, at the base of the Elden Tree.
You wandered into the wrong hollow, friend. Justice yards to arms. No one leaves alive. Vivian, take the cannon reed. This had better be worth it.
Aid me! I need healing. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up. We clear 'em out now and again, but they always come back. Necessary evil, I'm told. Spoke with someone I trust. She's definitely here. We should get moving. We're not far behind her. Capture her, bring her in for questioning. Find proof she's behind this so Prince Naaman doesn't explode with outrage. Never thought I'd hunt a high elf ambassador. Smugglers, skooma addicts, and more than a few criminals. They keep to themselves, but sometimes they band together to repel outsiders. Kind of like a filthier version of the Dominion. Our goal is to find Ambassador Tarinway before she buys passage out of Grahtwood. Staying in the shadows, avoiding
Yeah.
Spare some coin?
We need Ambassador Tarinway alive. Smugglers, skooma addicts, and more. Our goal is...
Prince Naaman sent someone to the embassy. We have to leave before we're discovered.
Prince Naaman? It's too late! For the heretics!
On your feet! You're coming with me.
Why? Where are you taking me?
To King Camoran Eredon, where you'll answer for crimes against the Dominion.
He'll have me killed and served for dinner.
Only if you're proven guilty. And if you are, none of us could stomach you. Now get moving! Good working with you. I'll take her from here. You should inform the king of the good news.
You've returned. What have you learned of the Khajiit embassy? Oh, good. Nothing I enjoy more than talk of conspiracy. Did the ambassador have a manifesto? They usually have manifestos. Splendid. I'll allow you the honour of informing Prince Naaman. Why not tell him the duly selected High Elf ambassador was working against the very dominion she pledged to support? I'll sit in my...
I heard what you said to the king. Ambassador Tarinway a traitor, my wife's killer, a loyal servant, and I, Queen Iren's representative in Eldenroot, required to thank you for your efforts. Very well. I'll provide no reason to question my duty to the Dominion. We'll interrogate Ambassador Tarinway until we know the extent of her treason. Then she'll die, as all traitors must. But Ambassador Tarinway's betrayal could not have been more absolute. She knew the details of the ratification ceremony, which puts Queen Iren at risk. It's my sister's own fault. She thought to appease the Sylvanar and the Main by agreeing to this foolish process. The ratification ceremony ends with the orrery, an ancient device beneath Eldenroot. It will divine Queen Iren's capacity to become Empress, or some such. But Ambassador Tarinway assisted in the preparations. I must assume she tried to sabotage. Doing so would make Queen Iren look weak. No, we must proceed. You've proven your competence, so I'll ask you to speak with Melaras. He's an expert on the orrery and knows what must be done. Quite pleasant, once you grow accustomed to the smell. The preparations for this ratification ceremony seem endless, but I'm up to the task. She asked how she could prove herself their rightful leader. The Sylvanar suggested the orrery nonsense, and the Main agreed. Of course, neither will be present to see it, yet my Khajiiti political excuses are impossible to discern. I know the Main will not be present, and that's all I care to know. As for the Sylvanar, he died on Kenathi's roost. Thought he could negotiate with King Camoran Eredan. It's beneath his city, so there's no...
Please don't mind Prince Naaman. Ambassador Tarinway's betrayal is a shock to us all. But no matter, the orrery must work flawlessly for the Queen. That's what we will ensure. Enough to be of service. The orrery hasn't functioned as intended for ages. We planned to use some rather delicate magic to trick it into operation. But if Prince Naaman believes... Why, we'll look to the past! According to legend, the orrery required a skilled operator, an Ayleid source of power, and a divine spark before it would function. Conservator Daraneth maintains the orrery and has studied the Ayleid monitoring rituals. Unfortunately, she was called away to South Point. I've researched this a bit. Really, you need to be in 3 places at once. Simple, right? But the Fallen Esti winter site is rumoured to hold a relic of the Khajiiti thief god. For our purposes, Radchin's mantle will serve as the divine spark, if it's truly there, of course. The heart of a numeral originally brought life to the orrery, according to the texts. It long ago went missing, but a member of the local mages guild named Larinalda theorizes it's in a local Aeliad ruin. She's currently at the Reliquary of Stars, seeking the heart of a... Wonderful! Have anything you find sent directly to the orrery. Once everything is in place, we can begin the ratification ceremony. And...
Thank you. A group of bandits took over this old mine. Not much ore left. I will once I gather my...
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
If you're not here on Dominion business, a gruesome trophy to be sure. But we've thought him dead twice before, only to learn how painfully wrong we were. There are many grieving families who will rejoice to hear of Scorn.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I know the answer. Frost trolls? Why did they have to go and stir up frost trolls? The walking city of Farlinesti used to spend its winters here. Since then, the Farlinesti faithful come on pilgrimage to pray for its return. But Dominion soldiers pressed the pilgrims into service. They made them. General Endare ordered them to find Regine's mantle. She believes it's under the Farlinesti winter site. But Regine's mantle is the I'll take any help you can offer. General Endare has a reputation of being incredibly thorough, whether on the battlefield or off. If the rumors are correct and Regine's mantle is truly here, I'm concerned about its misuse. Unless you're prepared to handle them correctly, relics such as these can corrode you. I would tell General Endare myself, but I don't trust her intentions. Not after she pressed these pilgrims into service. Then she's in luck. I served the 8 divines before joining the Mages Guild. I know what must be done to safely transport a relic. The Farlinesti faithful believe the Welkin stones hold the memories of the walking city. Earlier, I heard soldiers speaking of the same stones. If you can see me past the frost trolls, perhaps we can see what the stones have to do with Regine's mantle. Regine is a Khajiit trickster god, also worshipped by thieves and deceivers. The Khajiit swap tales of Regine's greatest pranks. It is said his 7 shadows do his bid. Yes, each shadow reflects a different aspect of Regine's personality and power. This could be a convenient metaphor. I have a theory, but until I can support it, speculation is less than useful. A famous high elf general, or infamous, depending on who you ask. A very good question, which raises another. Regine's mantle is a Khajiit legend. Why does arms as tall as a person, an endless hunger, and jaws that can snap off a horse's leg?
You don't think Farlinesti was...
Let's see what these stones reveal.
Who are you? What brings you into my home?
A simple thief of hearts, come to steal yours from this walking city.
Steal my heart or steal your loins? For your arrow looks a quiver.
Such a lowly mouth can dine anywhere, a trait we both share. What service to our palates should we conjoin in feast?
I am a married woman, so you must starve, unless you care to feast upon yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
There must be more to see.
I cannot sleep, and my husband will not wake. What cruel jest is this?
Say the word, Lady Nerune. I will allow you to sleep in my bed.
Scoundrel! You think to steal me from my husband? From the city I call home?
I only stole your sleep, which I gifted to your husband. His inattention must make him harder to love.
What would you know of love, monster? You have it, and you will have none of me.
Yeah.
We shall see how much when I steal you away from husband and home.
What else can we learn?
Come to me, my little snowbird.
What have you done? Where am I?
This vault, I built it to hold a precious treasure deep below your walking city. I will keep you safe and away from interference.
Why have you done this? Is your heart as cold as this chamber?
Your heart is cold, Lady Nerume. Warming it to Rajin's shadow will unlock the prison built of your denial.
Never. I would rather freeze until time's end than share one warm moment with you.
So be it. This vault shall forever hold your frozen heart. I leave my mantle to conceal the shame you caused me. Farewell, Nerume.
Now we know why the fallen Esti faithful were forced to dig. We should speak of this. General Endari was certain she'd find Rajin's mantle beneath the fallen Esti winter site. She made the fallen Esti faithful dig for that frozen vault. It seems they have uncovered it. And it would certainly... Perhaps Kirtor can help. The fallen Esti faithful aren't led by anyone, but after the soldiers arrived, he worked to keep tempers calm. He may know where to find the vault. Last I saw, he was in an encampment near the dig site. Mostly fallen Esti faithful with a handful of soldiers. We should avoid the site itself. The frost trolls are down there. They're peaceful sorts. Most believe their faith will one day draw the walking city back from wherever it disappeared. You'd be better off asking them to explain their own delusion. I've noted it's not a religious experience for everybody. Some use the annual pilgrimage to hold a revel in Fallen Esti's honor. Any excuse.
You travel with Braylor. He has proven himself a friend to the fallen Esti faithful, as was General Endari. When our digging revealed existing tunnels, she pulled us back to our camp before taking her soldiers to the dig site below. Then the frost trolls. It seems you diverted a frost troll from one of her soldiers. Upon reaching safety, the knowledge you seek was passed to me. She was last seen in the northernmost cave of the dig site. She pressed us into service in the search for Rachin's mantle. Initially, their treatment was harsh. But I spoke with her directly and proposed she take a lighter approach. Yes, she saw the wisdom in my words. A reasonable request earned a reasonable response.
Are you another soldier? Come to loose troll? How can so many know my name after all these years? Yes, I am Narame. I hope to stem the tide of frost troll. You are not the first. General Endare broke through to my prison in search of... Regine's mantle is the key to my prison beneath the fallen Esti winter site. If I but touch its hem, it will steal all my hatred for Regine's shadow and fill the void with love. I'll make lute strings of his innards first, to show me I was powerless in his clutches. Worse, to kindle hope my husband would come to free me, then smother that hope with his continued absence. But Regine's shadow knows nothing. There is another cave, sealed by a frost-covered door. It leads to my prison. If you swear to free me, I was delighted to speak with another after so long. But once inside, she ignored me entirely. Then in her, Regine's shadow suspended them in my prison to guard against invaders. It seems they had never before. General Endari spoke of it being the second era. It seems I was trapped here in the first. There. Come. Let us see what Regine... This way! I'm in here! My prison holds me in complete solitude for centuries, yet 2 visitors arrive on the same day. Take this ring. It's my wedding band. It's the one thing I hold dear in this wretched place. Should you bring it to the inner vault, I can join you in icy form. You swore you would free me! Forgive me. The promise of freedom ruins my manners. You should do what you must, and what you are willing. I will not... I was no mage when Regine's shadow first stole me from fallen Esti, but I've studied every inch of this icy prison. With effort, I learned to sap away its energy. It's what allows... Direct my wedding band at any foe. I can use it as a focus to freeze your enemies for a short time. Very little, unfortunately. It may be a divine piece of the god Regine, gifted to... Why would anyone want a piece of the trickster god? The answer is usually power. But I was no mage when Regine's shadow first... Direct my wedding band at any... I've been trapped here for so long.
You'll never take it from me! Who are you? And why are you dragging that frost witch behind you? I'm a decorated general of the Aldmeri Dominion, but I found Rajine's mantle. Why should Queen Irene be the one to wear it? I've been fighting since before she was born. No. You're trying to trick me. Trick the trickster god. Huh. I can see... You cannot survive Rajine's shadow.
Grab Regine's mantle so you are free. I can't believe my eyes. Removing Regine's mantle from the inner vault weakened the magic of the prison. Regine's mantle is a slippery thing, especially with enchantments that bind its bearer. Place it upon the brazier at the heart of this room. Soon I'll leave this place and return.
Lady Nehrume, you denied my love, and now I deny your journey home. If you beg my forgiveness, convincingly, I'll return the walking city from where I stole it.
What? Could that filth spirit away all of Fallen Hesti? He took the walking city? He took my home? What else can I do but seek my home? But everything is so different now. General Indare mentioned an Aldmeri Dominion, yet I don't know what that means. Without someone to guide me. Truly? Then I must find this Braylor and see what he knows.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You say the frost trolls surround... Forgive me for stating the obvious, but you're alive! We heard... And you freed Lady Nehrume! She's quite agreeable, and could prove to be a living... I see. I don't know why she did all of this, but she was once a hero. I can't imagine her soldiers will take it. I'll alert the Altmer Embassy when I've returned to Elden Root. Once I have it at the Mages Guild, I'll see if I can discern a safer way to handle it during her ratification. Excellent. I can't bear to think of the outcome had you not been here. But no matter. Lady Nehrume and I will...
Yeah. Yeah.
First home, so much death. I hear the place still smells of fire and death.
If you've come to work... If you've come to work...
Hail.
Satuha's wagers.
Wonderful. Thought I'd be yapping here for eternity. Blasted wormies only have eyes for the empty ones. Very well. Tie me to your belt and we can get started. No time to lose. How can you breathe? You just do without thinking much about it. It's the same with me in talking. Or worm cultists digging up old bones. Didn't ask if they belonged to anyone, did they? Yes! Pieces of me are all over the place. Wonderful. Thought I'd be... How can you breathe? You just... Yes! Pieces of me are all over the place. It's rather disconcerting. I'm probably not the first skeleton you've had. Quite the view from up here, eh? I'm at the landscape. Don't get any ideas. All right, let's find the rest of me. Try searching the wormy camps or knocking some skeletons around until my bits fall out. Efficient little nitwits! Could be part of me in every skeleton here! That was my femur! Wait, no, my femur bends to the left. Carry on! That tickles! Look at all the dirt on my bones! I used to bathe weekly to keep myself presentable. My pelvis is filth! filthy! What did the wormies do? Use it as a shovel? That's the last one! Quickly now! Drop my pieces on the ground and I'll put myself back together. You have no idea how good this feels. To be whole again and walk next. Oh, you mean the wormies. Can't leave them here, digging up bones that dig up bones? No idea. That's why we'll need to investigate. Yes, that's the thing for us. Investigations all around. Their biggest dig site is nearby. Hard to... Charging off like Phil to near blood drunk, eh? Don't expect me to lend a hand. Perhaps a rib will do? Point it at any wormy skeleton and I'll have it fighting at your side. Dear, what have they done?
What does it look like? They dug up my barrow.
What? Why?
Wouldn't stop asking about the roots.
The roots? Why would they care about the... Oh, no.
Told them they were asking for trouble. But did they listen? Went right to the barrow bar. Idiots.
Hey, friend. Listen, we have a problem. The wormies must be here for what's under the barrow bow. With enough of the little skeletons, they'll be able to dig up the big ones. I knew I shouldn't have said anything to that Ithruin fellow. The wormy leader. Told him he'd have no use for the big bones in the ground with the barrow bow to keep them sleeping. But if he digs up the barrow bow's roots, he'll kill it. Then he can build giant wormy skeletons to stomp around. There are others like Goradir sleeping beneath the barrow bow. If they knew what the wormies wanted, they'd help. But we can't get there without Spinner Amariel's help, and she's not too happy with me. She's up on the ridge overlooking the bone orchard. Maybe I shouldn't go with you. No, that's silly. I'm sure she'll be happy to see me. But just to be prudent, I'll let you do the talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need your help. It's an emergency.
Dringoth, who put you back together? Are you to blame for these worm cultists?
Not at all. Well, not exactly. I'll let my friend fill you in.
Why did you let Dringoth talk you into this? Do you know how much trouble he's brought to the Bone Orchard? My apologies. Yes, their leader Ithruin made vague threats about me remaining inside. He's attempting to raise the old bones beneath the barrow, but there's no way he'll do that before Elden... Dug up? But that would take weeks. How do they... Why? Those old bones are useless to them. The Barrow shields them from necromancy. But if they can dig up the Barrow's roots... Oh no. They plan to turn the old bones into an army! Here, this is Niranon's horn. Head beneath the Barrow and sound the horn before the gate. It's the only way inside, unless you want to help the worm cult with their digging. And don't let...
They're already inside. If we're lucky, they haven't made it to the heart of the barrow bow.
Who disturbs the heart of the barrow bow?
What will you make us lose this time,
you should have
Dringoth?
left, Dringoth.
Ulfras will not forgive you again.
Why, Dringoth? Why return?
Dringoth, you were banished, yet you dare return?
Listen to me. We're in danger. Necromancers are trying to kill the barrow bow.
You warn of danger. Dringoth, who leveled nations with his girth. Your restlessness trapped us here in the first place.
There are a vast number of elf bones in the bone orchard. If we all use them together, we can drive out the invader.
Together? Since when have you done anything that wasn't for yourself? Once more you bring danger upon us, then beg for our help to end it. No longer! You'll remain beneath the barrow bow until the world forgets you! We have no quarrel with you, Living One. Indeed, we thank you for your part in awakening us, because we must punish him for his transgressions. The elf-bone shell to which he was banished will no longer suit him. We'll return him to the old skull around which the barrow bow first grew. The very skull that surrounds this room. Dringoth's crimes are unforgivable. We once sought a true death in the farthest reaches of the world, but his aimless wanderings led to our imprisonment. Here, we can never die. Perhaps we were too hasty. Very well. Because Dringoth broke his exile only to warn us of so great a threat, we'll allow... Enemies at the inner gate! Come quickly, we'll drive out the worm cult. Rise, my friends! Rise and slay the intruders!
Circle around!
Rise and protect the room!
can't say I'll miss throwing back wave after wave of wormies and their bony minions. But now I have a chance to see the world, meet new and see the world, I expect. Folks may not take kindly to chattering elf bones, but it's better than stomping everything to jelly, eh? I'm sure I'll see you around. The world's only so big. Bigger now, I expect. Ooh, how... You know, I hadn't thought about it. I usually just pick a direction and start walking. Though sometimes that doesn't work out so well. Take the Sea of Ghosts. Seems like a fun job, yeah. Up north, very north, lots of water. Ice like you wouldn't believe. But the barnacles, oh, do they chafe. Took me a decade rolling around in desert sands to rid myself of those. Oh yes, loved it. Warm, dry, and the sand feels so good on my bones. Unfortunately, the people there aren't big on walking skeletons. Not many are, but there in particular. I was on my best behavior, too. They had no need to react like that. When they saw me coming, they took for the hills, the caves, whatever was available to hide in. By the time I reached a city, it would be completely deserted. Made me terribly lonely. But that was long ago. I should visit...
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Bring forth the blood offering.
Let Cold Harbor remake Nirn in its own image.
Lord of domination and brutality, we sacrifice this innocent in your name.
Through the power of innocent blood, bring forth your anchor and let two worlds become one!
We submit to your will and call forth the chains of Cold Harbor.
Thrashing you thoroughly will please me, mortal. wants revenge. I want your submission.
Yeah.